It's been like a month, and I've hated every second of not being able to upload. 1 minute, guys. Right as I was about to like start this, my what's it called? My Bluetooth earbud died. So, like the original version of this channel, I'm gonna have to go back and what's it called? Check the audio, but you're gonna actually be able to hear it for a minute, and then I'll resume the zombies and stuff. I just need to do this. Uh, but yeah, I'll tell you why in a second. I just need to get this up, and then yeah. Uh, your channel. I need to make a banner for my channel. I have 14 subscribers. How long ago? Yeah, it was literally a month ago. Oh, that makes me mad. Wait, it's over a month. Yeah, I'm sorry. Oh, frick, that's the wrong video. Here. Let's see. Let's. Sorry, guys. You know, this is how it was back when I first started. I had to. Oh, ew. I have to listen to my own voice. Disgusting. Alright. I'm probably not going to be checking chat this stream because I need to let my phone charge. What's up, guys? We're back. Let me sit in my chair. I finally, if you guys don't remember, oh, of course, my phone did that stupid thing where it opens Notepad and it won't turn off until I turn the phone off. But if you guys remember, last time I streamed, I believe, I was sitting in a green chair, and I know at some point I said how much I hate it. That's not the reason I took a big break. That would be kind of stupid. I actually enjoy making this channel happen, but I had to, what's it called? So basically what happened was, uh, PlayStation decided to sign everybody out of their YouTube accounts and stuff. And even if you signed in normally, for some reason it still wouldn't work correctly. So, yeah, literally it just decided not to work correctly. And, I had... I could have done it. I didn't know if I wanted to get it linked for a little bit. I linked, like, the actual YouTube app back. But it never, like, I thought that that would be it, and then it was like, no, you gotta do it. And really, the only times I feel like streaming is when I'm feeling like purely just streaming, nothing else. So if I have to do extra work on top of it, I don't really feel up to the task of having to go through, sign into a bunch of junk, and then, yeah, you know how it is. But, today, I was hanging out, and, you know, I thought I might as well stream since all I'm doing is zombies. But yeah, so we haven't been here in a while. So this video is just kind of gonna be an update, what's been happening. I mean, I've already told you why I haven't streamed, but it's gonna be more like an update, some stuff that's happened, and stuff for the foreseeable future. So, just so you know, if you were someone who wanted to watch my Ouchie Ogle streams, uh, sorry, I deleted UFC 4. It's not that the game's bad, and I still highly recommend you go play it. And remember, I'm a small channel, so I don't have sponsors. That's just me personally saying that. But, I mean, nobody wanted to play UFC with me. It's not their faults. I mean, I have been playing UFC since I was a kid, so I guess it makes sense that, like, they don't have the same kind of ties to it as I had. I just kind of got bored of the game though, because the reason as a kid I used to always play is because my uncle enjoyed playing with me in it, because like I could somewhat fight back. He was way better than me, but we both had fun doing it. I enjoy, I miss that. Uh, but ever since my grandma's passing, we haven't really had much bonding time. Um, but yeah, so uh, okay, so let's start from the start. So I came home one day, decided to do a stream. Couldn't because it won my account stuff. I got really like lazy, so I decided not to do it. And that's about it up to then. Eventually, somewhere down the line, I deleted UFC. There was a game. I re-downloaded Warzone. No. Okay, so I downloaded Skyrim Online again. I played that for a little while. Still, I have it still. I played it a lot yesterday with Delos and his family. It was pretty fun. I got some questions answered. That game is really extensive, by the way. If you ever want a game where you have to go into the lore, I'm not sure if I'd go for ESO. It's not a bad game. It's just kind of old to this point. I mean, it's still kind of holds up to the, you know, title of a Elder Scrolls game, but it's not like, you'll friggin' die if you don't play it. It is kind of old, and then the graphics as well aren't amazing or even decent. But it's pretty fun. Uh, so after I download ESO, I decide because my friends kept asking me to download Warzone. I did that. Hated it. Warzone is somehow worse than it was before. I don't even know how that's possible, but Warzone has decreased in value yet again. Um, it sucks to say. I used to enjoy Warzone, like pre my channel, and then even before then, back when Warzone used to be a what's it called? Back in Chapter 1 of Warzone, when there's no Cold War and stuff like that, Warzone was awesome. I mean, if there was ever a time to get into Warzone, that was it. I feel like Cold War really ruined Warzone, and so do a lot of other people. Or at least I'm sure. Uh, so I deleted Warzone and re-downloaded Cold War. Not because I have any real changed opinions about Cold War, but I gotta admit, it is kinda fun when I'm not really pressured to play it. Cause, like, I, no, not when I'm pressured. Like, I enjoy the game, for sure. Um, and so basically, I haven't had a change of heart. Everything I've said before still is true, or at least true to my heart. Um, I I just think that what's it called? It's not that boring anymore or annoying. Now that the people have already given up on the game and I don't have to expect anything anymore. I mean, I'm still mad that the game literally it didn't even last a year or maybe just about over a year. Like, that's annoying, but it's not a bad idea. Or, sorry, I'm zoning out. I'm a little tired. But, alright, so, yeah, anyways, I re-download Cold War. I'm going for Dark Aether currently. I know I'm a little, well, really late to the party, but, I mean, my buddies were doing it, and I thought, to heck with it. I might as well do it if I already downloaded the game. So, that's what I'm doing right now. I finally leveled up all my weapons. If you remember, I had a hard time, and I decided to upgrade weapons first, then go into the whole camos grinding. I've already gotten another gun, Gold Viper. I should have had a lot more done, but I've just been kind of caught up in some stuff recently and haven't really felt like grinding zombies. Um, so that brings us almost up to now. I mean, we download Ark, I think, right before I re-downloaded Cold War. And, what's it called? Uh, as you know, Ark is free right now for PlayStation Plus, yeah, PS Plus. Um, I don't really know. I mean, that's really about it. I think Ark's a good game. If I'm being honest, I think you should go for Rust more. I mean, obviously, Ark is free right now, and I don't even have Rust, but I would still probably recommend that over Ark. There are some more freedoms you get in Ark, like it usually when you even just play online, you don't have as many people trying to kill you. But then again, like I don't know, it's really up to personal preference. Uh, I think that Rust is more evolved on the chart. Like if you think about like Rust as oil refineries and stuff, like I just think that Rust is the better game of the two, but both are great games. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Oh, I forgot. I don't even have perks yet. I gotta kill that bomb. I'm gonna have to rebuy Jug. The way the strategy works, by the way, it's not my strategy, by the way. This is a strategy I use, but I didn't invent it, of course. Basically, the way it works, or at least the way I've been doing it, you sit in this closet for most of the game. It's not very effective with all weapons. I'm sure if you had like wonder weapons and stuff, that would even like be more effective. I see that with ARs, this strat, you start to get overwhelmed around like round 30 to 40. But that's if you're trying to like actually be cautious with your ammo and not overly spend it. If you want to go all nuts to butts, you could just keep spraying in one location and you should be fine. But yeah, I like this strat. Definitely as well as if like you're playing with buddies, do this strat. The reason why it's so great is it's even faster than the rooftop. It is multiplayer friendly, unlike the rooftop where everybody who's in here gets around the same amount of kills. Um, like this is just a really overpowered strat. I don't remember who came up with it. All I know is it's not mine. But like you have a decent amount of room and you might be thinking, oh, if you get overwhelmed, you're screwed. The Aether Tunnel is right here, as you just saw when I grabbed the machine part. So once the round comes in, which you won't get overwhelmed by that round, if you do, like, you're gonna either have to get more practice with zombies or you need to train until this tunnel's open. Now, I found a pattern that the tunnel's only open when the what's it called? When Wonder Fizz is open. So, and if you don't remember when Wonder Fizz is open, Wonder Fizz is open, I think it was 10 rounds after you have gotten the machine open, which I think I am around 18? But it's a good indicator for your perks, as well as if you take this, it's like, literally it takes you right to a door. You open the door and then run over, and then like you can just grab your perks there. And then also you have pack a bunch right there, and then you have this dude right here. So it's really convenient. Oh, sorry, I got a message. So that's about my strategy. I wait until I have enough to pack a punch. I finish out the round. And then don't go for triple pack until you have all your perks. So I just save up until Wonder Fizz is open, and then I head up there, spend all my points on perks. If you don't get all of them, that's okay. People have said in the past, don't use Elemental Pop if you're trying to go for camos. I'm not sure how I stand on this. If you're sitting in this closet, I think Elemental Pop is actually probably beneficial. Because even though, yeah, you're going for camos, the amount of times, like, because every time you reload, they're just getting closer. So, when you reload and you have no way to defend yourself, like, I mean, you're kind of screwed. So, take it as you will. If you really think that buying a perk is going to really, if you want a reason why it slows it down, I mean, they're not just pulling out their butt, they have a real reason. It's because the effects it gives you, like the extra effect, the things that pop, I don't remember what they're called. I think ammo mods. The ammo mods, uh, don't usually count, well, they don't count for your kills, that's why it slows weapon camos. But Elemental Pop rarely ever actually does one for me that's not useful in any way. As well as on top of that, it's like the majority of the time I'm actually getting a ton of kills. And even if I'm not, like, the benefit of every time I reload, it kind of gives me a force field for a second, is way better than sitting in a corner and then hoping that everything works out dandy. But yeah, and then so okay. So that's about that with channel stuff. I mean, I really do want to continue this channel. I'm not gonna quit. Actually, I think one of my last times on the channel, I talked about how this guy, who also was named Mr. Crimson, messaged me, or at least subscribed to me. Now, the reason why I chose this name, you've already heard of before, okay? It's just, this has been my username for a while. It's not a bad one either. I mean, you gotta think, like, most times when you see people's usernames, it's like something very unoriginal. But if you go online, like, there's barely anyone named Mr. Crimson. But, the thing is, there are a couple other Mr. Crimsons on YouTube. The only thing is, it's like, when I see what they're posting and their frequency, it doesn't really bother me, because it's like, it's usually like months. Like, I didn't post for a month, that's my bad. If they made videos, then that's on me. Or I guess it doesn't matter if we make videos, because we're not big enough for anybody to really care, but, or at least I know I am, but I've checked it out. They don't have that many subscribers, just like me, but basically, like, yeah. I mean, really, all it comes down to is I don't really mind that much. I mean, I just really like the name Mr. Crimson. It's a very like it's a name that I can usually get some short variation of. I never have to go too far to actually get the name. Like, and when you see 11 after it, that's just because it's my favorite number. I mean, what's it called? 11's just a very good number, and I appreciate it a decent bit. You know, I like this sort of name so much that someday when I'm older, I kind of want to change my last name to Crimson so I can be Mr. Crimson in real life. Because Yeah, it would just be nice to have a original-ish last name. But, yeah, like, my thing is, I don't really, like, the guy who subscribed to me isn't really someone I have to worry about. And I'm not saying that, like, I'm real tough or anything like that. It's just, the guy literally has only posted 2 videos. That was, like, half a year ago. And then on top of that, it was literally just, like, some old COD campaign like footage, and I mean, it wasn't a horrible video. I mean, it was what it said it was at least, but I need to figure out how tags work on YouTube and PlayStation, stuff like that. Like, because I'm a smaller streamer, like, I don't get very many views. Well, that's probably because it's like people don't really generally want streams in their recommended, as well as on top of that, like, I don't really get viewed enough for recommendations to pop up for people. I mean, I'd like it, but it's not the biggest deal in the world. Um, oh yeah, and then I've been having some fun. Like at school, I've been really, it's been fun. I've started to be able to socialize more easily now. For a long time in my life, it's really awkward and hard to socialize. I need to still get used to actually speaking loud enough for people to hear me, because that's a problem I've been facing, is people, it's not like they're trying to ignore me, it's just they can't really hear me all too well. Um, Not a big issue though. I do get timid sometimes. I mean, I'm still not obviously perfect. I don't really have any problem with public speaking. It's just like when I'm speaking to people I don't really know that often or that much, it's really difficult to like relate to them, because my problem is when I first start a conversation, when I'm joking around with my buddies, it doesn't really matter too much what I say, as long, because my buddies know me, they know that if something they don't like is said, they can tell me and I'll, tell them I'm sorry. I won't obviously do it again because they asked me not to, but when it's people I don't know, like, that's a first impression, man. What if I say something they're very against, and then they're like, oh my god, he's some freaking crazy guy, You know what I mean? Uh, so, yeah, that's how it's been. But other than that, school's been okay. I've been able to get through the days pretty fast. I mean, the problem is, I feel like a lot of my time is wasted throughout the school day. I mean, literally this last week, my teacher has spent pretty much the entire week teaching us on how to find sources that are usable. But it's like, by this time, like, okay, I'm in high school, alright? You think that people, especially my generation, would at least know how to search the web by now. We're the generation that grew up as a tester for technology. So if you're gonna sit there and try to tell us how to surf the web properly, like, friggin' this sort of knowledge probably started just getting to her. Like, for us, this has been something for a while. Like, it's not very difficult to find sources. The only people who don't find reliable sources are the people who don't care whether or not they get a good grade on whatever it is. Like, And that's true. Like, I don't particularly, like, care for school, but I know that it's important and I gotta try to do well. So, like, what's it called? I mean, I'm not gonna go freaking hunting it down like I'm in the friggin' FBI and I'm gonna be like, oh my gosh, this source, it's a couple statements off. I'm gonna, like, if it's mostly there, like, it's whatever. I mean, the teachers aren't gonna care that much. They're not gonna go through everybody's paper sources. I mean, they gotta grade so many papers. They're not just gonna freaking go to everyone's website. Now, the only websites they will go through are websites that, like, show up on the first page and stuff, like, or at least the ones that pop up in a lot of people's stuff to make sure, but that I can't really help. But, yeah. And then, I've been luckily able to talk to some old online friends. Like, I have this buddy Alyssa. I don't think she's ever been on stream. I'm sure I've talked about her at some point. But basically, if I haven't, she was originally someone that JTP knew. I'm not gonna disclose where she is from, but, you know, we all thought it was kind of cool. Um, and what had happened was, what's it called? It's been nice getting to talk to her, man. It's nice getting to talk to people who, you know, actually want to hold a conversation. I also got to talk to my buddy Olivia. That was really nice because I don't get to talk to her much either. It's just lately, man, I've also been feeling kind of alone. I mean, with quitting, well, not quitting YouTube, but without being able to, like, do YouTube, and my friends oftentimes having stuff they gotta do, like, it's been kind of lonely. Not gonna lie. I mean, I've, for most of my life, felt kind of alone. I mean, I've always been a single child, uh, like, and then I have a somewhat rough time making friends. Like, I have friends. It's not that big a deal, but it's just, I just feel like sometimes I wish I had friends closer to me that I could hang out with. Because a lot of my friends are either from all over the world or very far away from my house, which wouldn't be just easily accessible. So I wish I had closer friends, but it's okay. I mean, I'm gonna be able to drive soon, and then I won't have to really worry about, you know, not getting to see my friends. Hopefully. That's alright. It's just, what's it called? Yeah, I mean, that's really about it. It's just feeling kind of lonely. Like, it's nice though getting some peace once in a while. The problem is like, I hate being alone. And like, cause for the past couple of weeks, every time I've had any chance to actually get some time to play with my buddies, well, no, not every chance. I've been lucky enough to catch some good times. And man, does it feel good to smile, you know, after a while of just sitting in solidarity. Because, like, I don't know. One of the reasons I think I have such a hard time socializing, especially at school, is because everybody kind of just sees me as the quiet kid, and I think I come off really, like, grumpy and stuff like that, which I will say, most days I am grumpy, but, like, the problem is, I'm not even kidding you, ever since first grade, I have not actually been able to hold, like, a good smile. Like, any smile that I get is either, like, a pity smile or, like, a really forced smile. Because, like, every now and then I'll get an actual smile when I'm really proud or something, but mostly, like, I can't smile, really. And it sucks, because it's like, I know that a good smile really helps. Like, if I'm trying to make friends, I know that smiling gives off a warm appearance and people are more likely to talk to me. But it's kinda, obviously it's kinda hard. The reason why I haven't been able to smile is it's just like, since first grade, my teacher, uh, Miss Rita, I think, and I don't care about sharing her name over the interwebs because she freaking deserves it. That's probably one of the worst teachers I've ever had. Like, I've had some pretty decently bad ones, but I don't think anything compares to the fact that that teacher literally took away my ability to smile. Like, I think everyone can agree that a teacher's generally bad if they take away the kid's smile. I mean, it was only first grade too, but she yelled so much. And I'm not saying, like, it's not like we never deserved it. I will admit, like, some days, our class did. I never was really that big of a troublemaker. In my later elementary years, I was a uh, perceived or concluded to be like a class clown. I don't really like that term because I mean clowns get a pretty bad rap, sorry. As well as it's like clowns aren't like even funny. I mean, I don't think I've even like seen kids who thought clowns were funny. I mean, on cartoons they're kind of gag. Like, their gags are kind of, they'll make you chuckle, but nothing ever really deeply funny. But, yeah, I will say, though, I did, like, my class kind of loved me in it. I missed that time of my life where it was, like, I could really just, like, I fit in really well since I talked to these people my whole life pretty much, because, it's elementary school. But in Miss Rita's class, nobody liked her class. I will say some kids were luckier than me and were able to keep their smiles. It's just, she really just made me unhappy. Like, she was a really mean teacher. And like, I'm not saying that it didn't help us later on in life. It had to have. I mean, like, it definitely made us behave when she yelled at us. It's just, I think she took it way too far. Um, and then, yeah, so it's really just hard for me to make friends. I mean, I assume you guys will understand. It's hard to make friends when you can't really smile. I mean, and then on top of that, like, I've come off really brooding because one, I don't smile. Two, I've been like, my whole life has kind of been around the same way. And so I have like, I don't know how to describe it. I don't know what they're called, but you know how on Itachi from Naruto, how he has those lines under his eyes, like those really, I wouldn't call them bags. I have those. I mean, does it look cool to resemble someone like Itachi? Yeah. But, I mean, I never, like, these started forming before I even know or watch Naruto, so. But, I have those, and they're really noticeable on me, which is kind of cool, but it's also kind of, like, off-putting for people. And, as well as I also don't really wear a lot of colorful clothes. Um, that's kind of though, because I've always kind of been, like, not picky, but I've always had a clear idea of what clothes I want to wear. Like, I'll wear clothes that the colors don't really stain easy, but I wear a couple white shirts. I don't wear them too often, although I do wear them like weekly. Um, it's just, what's it called? I only have those because I like the look, and oftentimes when I'm wearing a white shirt, it's like under a hoodie, so I don't really mind that much because it's like, it's already protected. It's not like it's gonna get stained, and even if it is, like, no one's gonna see it. But, so, I mean, that's really about it. I mean, I have a lot of black clothes, a lot of red, no, I have a couple red shirts, and then, like, a blue shirt, and then a lot of gray shirts. Like, my friggin' wardrobe doesn't really vary that much. It doesn't go in handy like today. Happy St. Patrick's Day, by the way. If you didn't know, I am a decent portion Irish. I think. That's what my family's always told me. I mean, I would assume my family would know if I'm part Irish. What was I talking about? Yeah, so I wear dark clothes. I often my school's really nice though. I'm really happy because we're allowed to wear hats at school for free. Like, it's not like you have to pay $1 or something like that. No, you literally just get to wear a hat for free. And I think that's one of the best things ever. I think it's kind of stupid though, because they allow you to wear any hat you want. You can literally just, I'm assuming though, like, there's restrictions on like really obnoxious hats. They're not hats that would like block education and stuff like that. But you're basically allowed to wear any hat you want. And I appreciate this choice because, I mean, if you think about it, it just means I get to block out like blinding lights. It helps me stay focused if I'm being honest. Like, wearing a hat, when your view is limited, there's not really much place you can look around. So being forced to look at your paper is really helpful. I don't have problems with focusing. It's just like it just makes me a tiny bit more efficient. Let's see. Yeah, that's really about it. And then also stuff I did as a kid really hasn't helped me much in making friends. Like, when I was in 6th grade and stuff, I liked to do a lot of screaming and stuff. Because back then, well, not screaming, but I used to do really, like, I would scream really weird things or talk loudly about weird things. And I'm not talking like, you know, the kind of weird, like, oh, penis. No, I used to talk like, what's a good example? Because I'm not saying like I was sound like a psychopath or anything like that. I just mean like, Deputy Doofus and stuff like that. That was a thing I used to do. Like, I don't know. It's been a while. Oh, frick. I forgot. I don't have a selfie. I'm gonna go do that. I've been thinking I might make like a channel account for some social medias, maybe try to spread the news about my channel. It's just an idea. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it or anything like that. It's just been thinking about it, and it doesn't sound like a horrible idea. Get off me. Alright. But yeah, I've been thinking about it, because I've branched off. I went to Snapchat because my buddies all had it and they wanted me to get it. And so I did. And that's basically about it. Uh, Finally added Olivia on Snapchat though. That was pretty fun. Not fun. I don't know. That's a pretty weird way to describe it. It was nice to get to add her on there. I only have it 'cause I do not want to waste my time. Because, I mean, I have to level this up as well, but I'd rather actually just, like, buy ammo. Um, so yeah. Dang it, why do I, like, you know what I mean? Like, I think everybody has their own little things they'll say when they're trying to think or something. Uh, like, I go to, you know what I mean? And something, or like, those are my types of grasp on words. But everybody has them. Like, I don't think I've met someone, like, the only people who don't have them are people who are really energetic. And I mean, extremely energetic. Because those are the people who are able to think easiest.
Enemy destroyed.
Maybe the last guys. Yeah, alright. You know what, I guess I could go grab my perks real quick and then I'll just head down there. Yeah, school's been good. You know, for a minute I thought I'm pretty sure I thought my grade dropped in math. Now, I like that I've always been an AB student. That just means it's easier for me to, like, you know, it's just nice to be, because the way it works is it's like, the way I perceive information, if you wanted to take it like that, is really useful. I mean, as long as I pay attention during class, I'm able to not have as much homework as the normal person in my school, because, like, the work just comes easy to me. And I'm able to pass with honors grades, which is nice. But what's it? Oh! Are we getting a bunch up? Oh, frick. Just, oh my gosh. We're just gonna revive. This could be it. I think when I die, I'm gonna end it. Or if I get Golden Viper, which is when I'm going to end it. I'd like to get Gold Viper before I have to end stream, because that'll just be helpful. Oh! But, yeah, so, I'm just kinda chilling right now. It's been nice. Seems like everybody of my friend group has been doing well recently, which is nice. It's definitely a turnaround from, like, last year. Uh, ah! Ah! This is such a stupid idea to stay in here. Oh my gosh, I actually did it. That was crazy. Did you go? I wish. Why did they not make it visible for you to like be able to see your perk stuff?
Oh, that was marvelous.
You know what I mean? Like, what is the point? You literally have it so we can look at all of our weapon attachments and stuff and even make new guns. But you don't just add the extra thing of we can add. I'm sure it's something stupid like the way the game's designed would like cause more bugs, and it's something so like that where they just didn't want to have to do extra work. I mean, Cold War is a very low balling game if you want to take it that way, because it definitely knew its way to just implement microtransactions any crack it could. I mean, clearly this game was so cheaply made. I'm not saying they put no effort, I'm saying the effort they did put was minimal at best. Like, I've seen more effort put into lesser things. Like, this game was such a slap in the face, and I know I've gone over it a million times. I'm not gonna go over it again. But it's like, man, this game didn't even, like, it lasted just barely over a year. I liked it when Call of Duties would last freaking, like, 3 at least years. And that was like with barely any like back then when producers made the stuff. Are you kidding me? Like, look at that. How the frick oh, I just realized I'm screwed. I forget. That's so stupid. Look at that. You're not able to take an Aether tunnel because you're a freaking tombstone shadow. That's stupid. Oh, whatever. Hopefully I can get myself. I'd like to get Dark Aether by the end of this round. Or... I should be fine, hopefully. If anything's about to go bad, I can just get my chopper gunner. I'm gonna keep my thumb, like, ready to press it in case. Why didn't they just add double tap, man? I'm sorry, I have to pop this. Like, I'm doing weapon count. I think all I have left is the killing the... you know what, I think I'm just gonna finish off, is there any more even spawning? Alright, we're gonna grab ourselves a quick revive, a selfie real quick, and then another chopper gunner, and then, but, let's see. So, yeah, I've been just having a good all day. I slept real nice last night for the first time in forever. When I woke up, I wasn't, like, tired. I was actually kind of relaxed. I was just wishing that I didn't have to go out there. Like, it wasn't the tired where you're just like, I am not going to be able to function today. It's the kind of tired where it's like, come on, I don't want to get out. Okay, well, it looks like this spot's not going to be working anymore. I'd like to be able to kill them. They used to keep bunching up in this area right over here, and it was really helpful. But it doesn't look like we're gonna get that. Oh, they keep bunching up right there. Why does it keep freaking... I hate aim assist. I love it because it helps just make this thing like I can just go autonomously. I miss Deadwire when it was overpowered. Like, this game, for the little effort that was put in, they should have just added like a versions list where you could just go back to certain updates. Because, I mean, oh my gosh, I literally have no points. This is the end. Okay.
Medical assistance needed.
We're just gonna go out with a bang. This is it. Imagine if I was able to survive here. Oh, shoot, I am. I'm able to grab minimal perks, but I'm able to grab the ones that count. I mean, I'd like to see if I could just get through, like, if I'd be able to, like, I'm pretty sure soon is when Megaton starts spawning on dog rounds. At least I think that he does. I don't know, guys. It's been a while since I've done stuff like this. I'm pretty sure he does, but I can't say whether or not. I can't really put my finger on it. How many of you guys are the people who can, like, literally they just shoot one bullet and then they're like, shoot, I gotta reload? Like, to me, I just like it because it feels secure. I mean, in real life, you couldn't do that kind of stuff. Me, you kinda can, but the way they do it wouldn't be effective. I mean, literally, they were actually counting bullets how they should. Every time you reload with just one bullet, you'd be throwing away like 29 extra. In my case, it would be 98 extra. But I mean, it just doesn't really make much sense. I like Phil. Sorry guys, you probably saw my train mess up for a second there. That's because someone touched my arm for a minute. But yeah. Luckily, it's been warming up where I live, so soon I'm gonna be able to start riding my bike. I feel bad because I've kind of been cheating on my diet in the past couple weeks, and I'm gonna, you know, retry starting tomorrow. The thing was, I think I'm gonna have to, cause okay, I think it's gonna be more of a if I'm already given food, it's whatever. Because I've been trying to turn down the amount of food I eat. Like, there's no, like, harm in it since, like, I'm already bigger, so it's not like, because, okay, I'm not fat, okay? There's a difference between being fat and being where I am right now, and I'm not just trying to be like, I'm not trying to just date myself by saying that. It's just like, what's it called? It's just like, I'm not actually like fat. I'm more like, I'm not just like, again, I'd admit when I'm fat. I think I'm fat, but at the same time I don't. Because a fat person wouldn't be able to run A fat person's the person who's out of breath from walking a tiny bit. And that is far from what I am. Like, what's it called? I'm able to run pretty fast and far. Now, recently I have dropped in speed. I need to get back on that because I don't want to drop in speed anymore. Please, if only this was like the last one. Oh! Oh, I thought I got hit from a different Megaton. Oh, no, zombies are freaking finally funneling in. I was treated like a normal zombie. Because it's just slightly slower, but slightly more deadly. Oh! Oh!
Arming C4.
Oh, you can't, I think that's stupid. You can't pop your C4 while you're like this. I'm just gonna revive myself. We're just gonna kill this Megaton. We're not gonna be able to kill this Megaton. About now is when having the perk that lets you just kill to be revived is around the time where the perk is just useless. Oh, we already killed it. Nice. I think. I don't like checking the mini-map for that. This has been a pretty stressful game. You know, I gotta say though, I'm not getting as many points as I was like earlier. I was getting tons more points for this. I mean, given I'm not getting as many headshots. I hate the freaking dogs. The dogs are what actually messes me up so much. Like, the dogs take what is generally pretty easy and then makes it work. Because, like, you can't outrun them. They're still able to leap and kill you, which is annoying. Might be able to buy a decent bit of my troops back. But that's the thing, is I'm screwed. Oh, oh, oh. Okay, we gotta go up. Oh. Okay, we gotta play it smooth and calm. Because this is like literally make or break right here. Smooth and calm. I had to. It's not like I need the kills anyways. Like, this gun is practically finished at this point. I just need Megatons. That's a nuke. Are you telling me every single one of them died? I can get important ones. Alright. I don't know. I think I literally need like 1 or 2 more Megatons and I'm done. Cause I know I got 12 a little bit ago. So all I need to remember is when a Megaton appears, I got to pop chop, kill all the zombies, because the zombies just make killing Megaton impossible. And then I pop a ring of fire and then spray Megaton down. Ah, ah! Dog. I like literally, and then when they die, they explode and leave the toxic Nova gas. Sorry guys, yeah, I kind of got off topic. Well, I guess there was no topic of this video. It's just kind of like a update. Um, but yeah, I'm excited. So I've been working on some cars recently, and I've been actually getting some good time on the road. Uh, now, I'm not sure how active I'll be this summer. Now I know for a long time I've been saying like, oh, I'll post actual videos in the summer, which I want to. It's probably gonna be like maybe once a week I'll post a video, then whenever I'll stream. But I'm planning on working this summer. I want to get some money, save up for a car, maybe put some money aside, and then just whatever else. Like, I'll probably just put everything else into savings, because I mean, it's not like I need anything like right now. I'd like to save up because, it'd be nice to have in case for the future. Maybe if I ever do, because I don't want to do college. To me, it just seems like extra work, and then I'm literally just paying for misery. Because think about, like, when you're in college, the easiest way to have as little debt is to literally cut out as many extra expenses as possible. So I'd have to cut out as much food as possible and stuff. Like, obviously I'm not gonna starve myself, but it's just at that point it's like I could be doing other things. Like my buddy Orion keeps saying this term, oh, all you need is a good reputation for a job. But and I've said this before, I just don't think he realizes, like, for you to get a good reputation, you have to have a education so you can build your reputation. Like, having at least high school education already puts you up above people, like, I don't know, because he keeps saying it like he's just gonna drop out of high school and stuff like that. Like, it's not gonna matter. And I think it's really stupid of him to think of it that way, because it's like, you need education, regardless of whether or not it's useless. Like, people care more about your starting education than your jobs, I'd argue. Because it's like, you can have lucky jobs and you could get people to say stuff for you, but at the end of the day, that's kind of just like, anybody could have said that. I mean, I don't know, I just feel like trying to cheap out on your education so that way, because like, if you say that because you can't just say like, oh, my highest degree is 10th grade, or something like that. Like, that's not gonna freaking cut it, or cut anything. Like, saying that is basically the equivalent of saying, oh, I passed middle school, and then I've passed like a year of high school. No, two. Sorry, but that's just kind of a useless statement saying, oh, I've passed barely any of school, and because I'd say at least the base education you should get, or at least strive to at least accomplish before you call it quits, is high school. Because you don't technically have to. You can drop out of high school. It's a very stupid idea. Never do that. You're never going to be guaranteed anything in life. High school will at least guarantee that you're most likely gonna get at least a normal job. It's not guarantee you, like a friggin' $1 million an hour job. No, it's gonna secure you at least a somewhat stable, probably not even stable, but it'll secure you a job, get you some money so you don't starve at least. Alright, we're going to chopper gun in the zombie. Like I said, I'm going to... Oh, yeah. But yeah, that like, hey, the problem is I don't think he realizes like when he's saying like his argument is, oh, you only need a good reputation, but he's not really thinking that you also need a good education to get said reputation. Like, and I know I keep saying that, but the reason why is because every time we've tried to talk to him about it and tell him like, hey, just make sure you remember like, uh, education plays a big role in it. He's always like, no, but all you need is, oh my gosh, got it. We're gonna quit here. Um, he's always just saying like, oh yeah, but you just need the reputation part, and like, the way he's thinking of it is, if you get very, and I'm telling you, like, this is the most marginally, exponentially insane deal that somehow somebody gives you a great job. Because, like, I don't think he realizes the way you build your reputation up, you can't just go find some, like, really low end job that'll hire you and then expect, like, oh, now everybody in the business is gonna be calling me because I did good at this job. Like, no, literally, the only way for that to ever happen is if you had a high school or better education, you get a intermediate to intermediate high job. Luckily, then that sort of reputation will build, and then you don't have to worry. I got 205 already. It's only been like 5 days. Now, when I'm saying this, I'm also like, let's see, how many times? Okay, so I got a decent amount of kills out of the way. Dude, this gun's like basically done. I literally just need pack-a-punch. Wait, I also got all the special, which special is basically what's been taking me the longest. Wait, here, I want to look at the other two, no, the other three guns. So this one I think I have, yeah, no, I don't have much done for this one. I had a couple. And then this one, wait, which one is this? Maybe. Yeah, no, there's a cut. I think I mostly leveled up my ARs in Warzone. Oh yeah, that's me getting Gold Viper on my bashing. Oh, sorry, on my Krig. I like the Krig. It's pretty cool. Um, but yeah, like Brian just, and I don't want to be mean because he's a nice friend and like I don't, I'm not ever trying to be mean to my friends, but it's just like I hope that he does shake this idea because to be that lucky is insane. You'd have to be a really lucky person for you to get such a good job that people in the high end of the business, like high end business, recognize you. Like it takes more than like a little bit of time. Like you're talking decades. Like my dad, he's been in the auto industry for as long as he's been in business. Like, there's been a couple times where he's had jobs that didn't really do much with auto, but for the very, very vast majority, he has always been auto stuff. And he's been at this industry for a very long time, of course. And that's the only reason why he's been getting these jobs there on the somewhat higher end for auto. Like, he wouldn't be in this position without that. But Brian needs to recognize he also has a high school degree. Like, he built up his reputation, but he also had an education to help build it. Because, like, if you, because, like, the highest degree I think you get if you did graduate from, like, say, my example earlier, 10th grade, like, you're not, I think it still counts as just you graduate middle school. Like, not, because if you say, oh, my freaking sophomore year of high school, like that's not, then you only completed half of high school. You didn't even complete the full thing. But yeah, that's really about it. I just want to say that because it's like I've already gone over it, but some important, like, if there's some advice I could give, if you're fortunate enough to be able to go throughout high school, definitely, like, complete it. Dropping out is one of the most ridiculous ideas ever. Um, my buddy said that he wanted to drop out, and I just thought about for a minute. I'm like, man, that's such a stupid thing because it's like, drop out and do what? Most jobs, like, I mean, nowadays when people are really wanted, I guess, yeah, maybe you'd be able to get a job, but it's not gonna stick around for too much longer, I hope. Um, and even so, if you did get a job that was still in high demand in a couple of years, it would be like working in a factory doing very tedious jobs, which I guess is not bad compared to nothing, but I mean, one of the best advice is at least pass, like, what I would say is at least should be a standard. Like, I think that trying to push your kids to go to college is only the right thing to do if one, the career that they're going for is something that college will definitely help them get, or two, it's something that's required for their job. Because, I mean, I'm sure there's had to have been doctors at some point that didn't have any sort of like actual medical degree. Like, not anymore, but like, I'm sure at some point in history there's had non-doctorate doctors. And I mean, like, when college was around and you could get a doctorate in there, because of course there's doctors before schools. But, like, I wouldn't push your kids to do college unless there was a very good reason for it. Because unless they have, like, a full ride scholarship or something like that, like, you're gonna like that's kind of putting them in a huge debt because like you could have like if you put in like a savings thing where they gain interest over time and you made enough money from a full ride, I guess why not? I mean, to me in my head it's just kind of like it's just a lot of extra work. If I'm not planning to really go into any specific industry, then I don't want to. But I guess it's up to you, just pick a career that's smart. Um, and tip, if you ever go into a business industry being like an entrepreneur or like in making your own product, make a product that's not stupid. And by that I mean, don't make products that are very, I don't want to say it. Okay, here's an example. The ladder industry, horrible. Alright, rarely ever do people need to buy a new ladder because ladders are always super freaking sturdy. And only, like, you usually only break them either on purpose or by doing something really dumb. Because it's really hard to just break a ladder normally. Almost impossible. And most times, if somebody accidentally breaks a ladder, then they're probably not alive anymore. Because that's how durable ladders are. And I just think, like, it is crazy to think people actually want to go into ladder business. And so when I say don't go into a durable product business, I mean, like, make products with quality, but don't produce products that are generally not perishable. like if you want to go into a food industry, food's always gonna be needed. Yeah, that's a good idea. You might want to stay away from stuff that is dominated by stuff like bread. Like, the very rarely are you ever gonna pass up because bread's been around for a long time, like those companies. So it's not likely you'll actually make it. Um, but if you went into like, I don't know, maybe like a cereal and made a quirky cereal. Cereal is one of the things that usually you have some kind of like anything chocolatey or sugary and has a wacky theme to it is something that usually sells. Because, I mean, it's not nice to think that kids will just eat anything with sugar, but at the same time, you can't you can't generalize. But yeah, so I might stream some more weapon camos if anything interesting happens. I mean, really, this is gonna be a boring process because look at this. So I gotta do one, two, three, four, five. Then I gotta do one, two, three, four. One, two, three. Now these are like basically finished. What camos am I even missing? Oh yeah, cause that I literally ended it off when I got to round 50. So that one, like all my LMGs are basically finished at this point. Cause the LMGs I leveled up exclusively in zombies. Like this one, I think this was because I was leveling up doing the new strategy. So I wasn't really pack-a-punching as much, but that's like almost done. And then this one should be the same, I believe. Yeah, it's the same as the first one. And then snipers I want to check out, because the tac rifles, no, here, real quick, I'll just go through and show off what I've got so far, and then I'll call it a night. So I have a couple things, but it's just kills, like pack-a-punching critical. Uh, And the pack-a-punch is gonna be a more frequent theme because I was doing a strat that didn't really pack. Like, this is the pack. As you can see, I barely got any. But then, vintage. Oh, yeah, because there wasn't, like, any bosses. And then that should be the same for the Swiss. Yeah. So it's just a lot of. And, like, that, I would recommend going into, like, Firebase because mimics are super frequent. Stuff like that. And then, so I already did LMGs, so those two classes are pretty much done. I remember leveling up a lot of stuff in Actually, I might even have. Yeah, I have Gold Viper. I didn't even know I had Gold Viper. I might have Gold. I know I don't have Diamond, so. What? I have it for the M16 too? Okay, this is where I don't. For sure, I don't have it on this. Yeah, no, so I need. At least the vintage is one that I hope that most of them are done. Like this one I'd probably do on what's it called? You know, Mauer. I mean, D machine. I'd do this one D machine only because I only need one. I need two more guys, and then I need just a bunch of critical kills. It's not that difficult. I leveled that gun up in multiplayer, and then I might actually have gold on it. Okay, no. But, so I have the jackrabbits. Only, I think only three more. Yeah, only three more. Then just some kills. That's not bad. So, that class I might even just knock out tomorrow. Like, I might just knock out some of the easier classes first. Um, Alright, now let's look at the SMGs. Now, I remember most of my SMGs I leveled up in like in Warzone. So yeah, I don't have really anything done for these. These are probably gonna be pretty difficult, but not that bad. Gross. That's gonna be a pain. It's gonna take like an hour. This one might have a couple more done. Yeah, that one. What? So I don't know about you guys, but does your PS4 just get really loud? Like I clean mine pretty frequently. I don't need to clean it ever though, 'cause like I have it pretty high off the ground and very minimal dust ever even gets in there. Man, so it looks like SMGs and ARs are gonna be the real pain. But okay, so by the way, so for pistols I have all of these done. I have these two done. I have these leveled up. I need to. I remember that these are a pain, and then I have that. One of these. I know I have multiple plague diamonds, but so ARs and SMGs. ARs is only gonna have two that are gonna be problematic. SMG's gonna have a bunch. Tac rifles. I only need like what, one gun? No, I need two. These two. This one only needs a tiny bit, and then so is this one. LMGs is really easy. It's just gonna be pack kills and then a lot of jackrabbits and stuff like that. Easy stuff. And then the same goes for the snipers. And then these are just gonna be annoying. Like with PhD slider, it's gonna be easier. The jackrabbits, I'm surprised they even have a jackrabbit. Now I only need 10, but I think that's normal. Uh, okay, so they did reduce the amount of kills you needed, like from other guns, and then I think I have even less with this one. Oh, I have more done. I didn't know I had that many golden vipers already. I thought that I had a lot less. How did I freaking get? Oh yeah. So I've been getting. I had a lot more XP tokens. I had 16 of these, 7 of these, 8 of these, and then like 13 of these. I had enough to probably last almost all day if I add them all up. Like, and I would do the math. It's not hard math. It's just I don't feel like it. But normal XP is not that great. You know, you get XP normally really fast. Alright, let's look at this. Alright, I'm tired, guys. I'm gonna have to shut her down. Thanks for watching.